Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are going to be talking about all of the upcoming Black Friday sales. So I have been scouring the internet for weeks to pull together this master list to share with you guys to help you build your cart, to shop strategically during the sales, or just see what's out there. So let's get into it. I don't want to waste any time. We have a ton of sales to discuss. I will be doing a separate video on the Sephora Cyber Week deals as well, but I'm going to leave that for a second video so I can just focus on the individual brands today. But starting on November 21st to November 30th, Natasha Denona will have her Black Friday sales. They will have 25% off site-wide. There will also be curated bundles that will get you 40% off, and you can also build your own bundle and receive 35% off. There will also be gifts with purchase. If you spend over $100, you'll get a luxe lip gift. If you spend over $175, you will get a mini eyeshadow palette. And if you spend $250, you will get a complimentary Natasha Denona makeup bag. Now, depending what it is you're looking for from Natasha, the Cyber Monday deals might be better. So from December 1st to the 4th, all hybrids and eyes will be 25% off. Cheeks and lips will be 35% off, and base will be 40%. So if you are looking for anything for cheeks, lips, or the foundation, concealer, powders, definitely wait for December 1st because you'll be able to get 35 to 40% off as opposed to the 25%. I highly recommend the concealer. That has been my favorite concealer since it first came out. I highly recommend her new foundation. I am, of course, the biggest fan of her eyeshadow palettes. We already know that. But I do really love her lipsticks as well. The My Dream lipstick is one of my favorites. I also really like her lip liners. I find they're very creamy, but they don't move and bleed everywhere. But they are just like a really nice, solid, long-wearing formula. So I do recommend her lip products as well. For cheeks, she doesn't really have anything that excites me there, but base, eyeshadows, lips, she kills it. From November 24th to December 1st, Beautyblender will be 25% off site-wide. So if you want to replace any of your sponges, if you're into any of their makeup, I do remember really enjoying the Beautyblender Bounce Foundation, but I haven't tried that in a long time. I typically use other tools. I'm really on my brush kick right now. My Details by Tati brushes, I've been really into, especially the ES2 brush. I love this one. This is all I reach for foundation lately. And otherwise, I just bounce between my brushes more than sponges lately. And when I am using sponges, I tend to go for my Real Techniques. So for me, this isn't one that I'm particularly excited about, but if there is anything you want to grab November 24th to December 1st, that is your time. This next sale has actually already started, and this is the Huda Beauty Cyber Craze event. She does have one of the very best Black Friday sales every single year, and this sale is up to 80% off. So the newer releases tend to sit around the 20% off mark, but as you get into some of the older releases or products she's phasing out, the discounts are crazy. So if there's any products she's phasing out, those are the ones where you're going to get 80% off. I did see some of her palettes are 50% off. Like if you've ever wanted the Naughty Nude, that one is actually 50% off. Rose Quartz, I believe, is also 50% off. And I think some of her powders and base products are around the 30%. So that is a sale worth checking out if you're a big fan of Huda Beauty. Sigma Beauty has one of the very best sales as well. From November 14th to 18th, they will have 30% off site-wide and exclusive bundles. From November 19th to the 24th, they will have 40% off site-wide. There will also be exclusive bundles, and you'll get a free Corta Rosa eyeshadow palette with purchases over $75. And from November 25th to December 1st, they will have 50% off site-wide exclusive bundles. You'll get a free 9-pan palette and a free Sigma brush cleaning glove. So I highly recommend waiting for November 25th. I obviously love Sigma so much. I love their eyeshadows. Their Spectrum palette that came out this year is actually one that lives on my desk because I love this so much. This is just a really nice, neutral, everyday palette. It has all of your perfect browns. You get a sort of pinky row, all these mattes, and then you also get this row of shimmers. It's such a good palette. Their formula is excellent. I have reached into this palette so much, as you can tell. I think I got this maybe at the beginning of the summer, and she's so beat up because I use it so much. It's just the perfect neutral. I kind of describe this as like the perfect combination of the two Natasha Denona texture and tone palettes, because it kind of combines the best of both of those. So I do highly recommend the Spectrum palette. I also really love the cool neutrals, the new mod. Those are also favorites. Their eyeshadow primer base I think is great. Their color correcting duo is also really good. The Sigma Switch, which is my favorite non-makeup items. I use this all the time, and this is meant to clean off your brushes while you're using them, so you can just switch colors. It's not a replacement for cleaning your brushes, but it's such a good tool to have. I actually have 2 of them. So I highly recommend those as well, and I definitely recommend waiting for the 25th to take advantage of that sale, because 50% off is pretty significant. From November 27th to December 2nd, Paula's Choice will be 25% off site-wide. I think you can actually shop this one now as well. These were the initial dates, but I think this sale is on now. It'll be 25% off site-wide, and you'll get a free gift if you spend over $120. I was just saying in my recent empties video how much I love the 1% retinol treatment. That is easily the best retinol I've ever used. It's definitely the most effective. It's the one I've seen the most improvements from, so it's so impressive. I also really love their SPF. I have the one that has vitamin C in it, so it's tinted, so I never ever have to worry about flashback, and it's so lightweight. It pairs well with all of my makeup, so I love those 2 products. Also, their 2% BHA exfoliating toner is also really lovely. I know a lot of people love that one. The next sale has already started, but the Inky List is going to be 30% off site-wide. The Inky List is already so affordable, so to get 30% off is amazing. I do love their oat cleansing balm. I did just repurchase 2 of the oat cleansing balms during the Sephora savings event. I purchased them because I used to be such a fan of the cleansing balm, but I kind of stopped buying them because it comes in a squeeze tube, which is really difficult for a balmy type product. But I saw on Instagram recently that they've made certain changes to the packaging to make that not be a problem. So I did purchase 2 of them to see. I have used it a few times, but I'm not at the point where I'm going to notice whether there's an improvement. But I have remembered how much I love that cleansing balm. So that one's excellent. This next sale I don't have dates for yet, but Fenty Beauty will be 30% off site-wide. So if there is anything you want from Fenty, now is definitely the time. I love so many products from Fenty. That is just one of those brands that very rarely misses. I love their lip products, their gloss bombs, their gloss bomb sticks. I don't like the glittery gloss bomb sticks, but the regular ones I love. I don't really like their lip liners either. Their complexion products are always 10 out of 10. I absolutely love the soft lip foundation, the powder bronzer. That one's been around for so long, but the shade Into Sun is one of my favorites, especially if you're ultra fair like me. I love their Cheek Suede powder blushes. I love their super glowy highlighters that they came out with last year. So I do recommend checking out Fenty if there's anything you want to grab. They do have some of the best complexion products. Next we have RMS, and this sale has already started, and this will continue until December 2nd. They will have 30% off site-wide with code CYBER, and they will also have 15% off holiday kits. I have been recommended by you guys so many times to try their cleansing balm, so I'm definitely going to do that at some point. I have tried one of their serums and I remember absolutely loving it. Next we have Merit. So starting on November 21st, if you have an account on their website, you can sign in and you'll be able to shop the sale early and you will get 20% off. And on November 24th, the sale will open for everyone. Now, Merit never does sales, so this is their biggest sale of the year, 20% off. It's not a ton. Merit is a brand that I really like, but I don't feel like I shop from them as much. I really love their lipsticks. Love their lipsticks so much. Both formulas, the matte and the cream formulas, they're both amazing. I also really like their solo shadows, but they're definitely on the more clean makeup side of things. I just prefer a little bit more glam, but I know there's a lot of you who do love Merit. This next sale has already started, and this is from BK Beauty. From November 18th to December 1st, they will have 20 to 35% off site-wide. They have some of my favorite brushes. I really like what I like when it comes to makeup brushes. I like my Sigma brushes, my rougher brushes, my BK Beauty brushes, and now my Details by Tati brushes, and those are the ones that I reach for every single day. I love BK Beauty so much. I really want to try some of the Nikki LaRose brushes that she did in collaboration with them, but they are some of the softest brushes. They have some of the very best shapes. They're such good quality. They just hold up so well. So I love their brushes so much. So if you're interested in trying anything from BK Beauty, this is definitely one of their best sales. They do sales throughout the year, but this is easily one of their best. From November 19th to 24th, RMS will be 30% off site-wide. RMS is another brand that has some really amazing products, especially for complexion. I really love their bronzer in Beach Walk Betty. That is one that looks so intense in the pan, but it's actually so great for fair skin because it has that sort of rosy undertone to it. It is very glowy though, so keep that in mind. They also have some beautiful powder blushes. Those are also very glowy, but they just look so beautiful on the skin. So I do recommend checking that out from RMS if you're looking for any new complexion products. This next one is another one that I unfortunately don't have dates for just yet, but Victoria Beckham Beauty will be 25% off. This is one I am almost definitely going to shop. I was debating on shopping the Singles Day sale at the beginning of the month for 20% off, but I decided to wait. I figured Black Friday would be better, and I do want to purchase some more from Victoria Beckham. This is a brand I've been slowly getting into over the last couple of years. I really want to try one of her eyeshadow palettes because I've never tried her eyeshadows. I've tried her lid lusters, but I've never tried the eyeshadow sticks, so I want to try those too. I do also have and love the bronzing bricks, so I really just want to try more from the brand, so this is one I am definitely taking advantage of. Leave your recommendations down below. If you've tried a lot of Victoria Beckham, let me know what I should check out the most. This next sale is another one that I'm probably going to take advantage of. This is from Huda Beauty, and while I don't have dates on this one yet, this is going to be 25% off site-wide. I am going to be restocking my lash serum. I love that lash serum so much. It's the most gentle lash serum I've ever used. It gave me such dramatic results. It took a little longer to notice them than some other serums that I've used, but it was totally worth it because the results were so good. And I hate that I don't have before and after photos, but I noticed such a change in the length of my lashes, but not once did my lash line get irritated. My eyes didn't get dry. That happens so much with other lash serums. Their serum also does not contain prostaglandins, and I know that's something a lot of us worry about. So I do highly recommend the lash serum for 25% off. If you've been browsing Huda Beauty, I've tried some of their mascaras. They're okay, but the lash serum is the one that's really special. From November 27th to December 2nd, Rare Beauty will be 20% off, and they will also have gifts with purchase. I always recommend Rare Beauty. I don't love all of their products, but it's just because some of their products are just so intensely glowy. I really love their lip products. I love their highlighters. I think that's nice. Their contour stick is lovely. I like their liquid blushes. I know a lot of people do. I like them. I don't love them, but I know a lot of people really love Rare Beauty. Starting November 19th, MAC will be 30% off. And I don't know when this sale ends, but I imagine it's going to continue until Cyber Monday at least. But 30% off at MAC, this is probably one that's going to get me. I love shopping MAC. They're still one of my favorite makeup brands. I will probably be a MAC girl for the rest of my life. I just love their products so much. And I did go back for seconds during the Sephora savings event and ordered a few more MAC lipstick shades because I sort of have a video idea in mind. Kind of wish I'd waited now, but I always, of course, recommend their lip products. Their lipsticks are fantastic. Their new lip gloss formula, the Lip Gloss Air, so good because they're so pigmented. They smell really nice. They feel very comfortable on the lips, and they're not remotely sticky. They're so good. They never do that stringy thing between the lips either. They did release some new single shadows. They have a bunch of new products that I'm interested in. Their newly reformulated liquid shadows Love these. These are so good. These are so much better than their original formula. Their original formula I felt like was so wet and just never dried down, and it was kind of chunky, and the new formula is none of that. It is still pretty wet and it takes a minute to dry down, but once it does, it doesn't move. Such a good formula. I also love their Studio Radiance Foundation, the Studio Radiance Concealer. I've spoken very highly about those. So I do highly recommend checking out the Max sale if there's anything you want to purchase. This next sale has already started, but this is Patrick Ta. He has 20% off site-wide. So if there's anything you want to grab there, I was eyeing up some of his new eyeshadow duos, but I think I might hold off. We know I absolutely love his matte eyeshadow formulas. I have the full size Major Dimension 3, which is his all matte palette. I love that. I love his matte formula. They're so thick and buttery. They're just some of the softest mattes, but they have so much pigment. They're phenomenal. That's why I didn't purchase any of the 6 pans, because I feel like I have the larger one. I definitely don't need those, but I really do like the layout and I like the look of them. Of course, his blush duos are wonderful as well. From November 21st to December 3rd, Tatcha is going to be 25% off site-wide. They have one of my absolute favorite moisturizers, the Dewy Skin Cream. That is one of the absolute best of the best if you have dry skin. It is so thick, but so silky, and just is such a drink of water for the skin. I love that one so, so much, but it is so pricey. So 25% off is very welcome. And I think you can shop this now with a code. I'll pop that code up on the screen if I find it, but you can shop that sale now as well. From November 20th to December 1st, Skin Fix is also going to have 25% off. They also have a moisturizer that I really love. The Barrier Plus cream is fantastic, and it's got such a nice modular system where once you use it up, you can take the inner portion out and just buy the refill. So good. Also a very thick, deeply hydrating cream that is perfect if you have very dry skin. This next one, I do not have dates for yet, but Armani is going to be 30% off site-wide. This one might get me too, because I love the Luminous Soap Foundation, but I bought the shade 1.5 when I first purchased it. 3.75 is actually better for my fair skin with a rosier undertone. I recently purchased the concealer during their Singles Day sale. It was 25% off. I love the concealer. The shade 3.75 is 100% perfect, whereas 1.5 can work, but it's very yellow. So I kind of want to buy the foundation in 3.75, and I think I'll be really happy. I love both of those so much. The Armani eye tints, I bought another shade, and I love these so much. I do need to prime my lids when I go in with these because I do have oilier lids, but these are just some of the easiest, most quick to blend liquid shadows. They look so flawless. I also purchased the Armani Fluid Sheer during the savings event, and I love this too. This is in shade 11. This I actually use as a bronzer, and I think it looks so good. So I've been just really loving Armani lately. I think they have some really amazing products. The one thing I do not like is their giant powder bronzer because it's orange and it's also glittery. I don't like that. They have some other amazing, amazing complexion products, and the eye tints are unmatched. Lancome is also going to be 30% off. You know, I highly recommend the bronzer. I never stop talking about that bronzer. I love it so much. Their new pressed powder is really good. I love their lip products. I love their mascaras. They have some of the best mascaras, but I do highly, highly recommend the Lancome sale if you are shopping anything. And a couple other sales that just popped up. I see from November 24th to December 1st, Basma Beauty will be 25% off site-wide. This is a brand I haven't tried anything from yet, but I've heard amazing things. One Size will also be 30% off site-wide, so if there's anything you want to grab there, they have some really nice products as well. I used to really, really love their concealer. I still think it's a phenomenal concealer. Their matte foundation that they came out with last year is also fantastic if you like a really, really lightweight but full coverage matte foundation. That one is really good. Milk Makeup is also going to be 30% off. This is a brand that I really just haven't tried a lot from. I tried their Grippy Primer when it first came out and I just did not like it. It made me break out like crazy. But that's just a brand that I have not tried much from. First Aid Beauty, I believe you can shop this sale now, but they have 30% off site-wide also. If you use code CYBER, you can shop now. I absolutely diehard love the First Aid Beauty Barrier Cream. Such a favorite of mine. One of the absolute best if you like to dermaplane or shave your face. So good. They also just have really great moisturizers in general. This next brand is one I don't hear about very much anymore, but still has some really fantastic hair care products. Briogeo is going to be 30 to 50% off site-wide. So if you are still loving their hair care, now is a great time. It also says you can get a free mask with orders over $100. Half Magic is also going to be 30% off site-wide, and you get a free glitter puck if you spend over $75. The glitter pucks are amazing. Never ever turn them upside down because they really aren't secured in the jar, but they are amazing. They look so beautiful and ethereal on the lids. I would say they rival the Patrick Ta duos. If you like that sort of very fine glitter, they very much rival the Patrick Ta. And finally, Jones Road is going to have sort of a tiered sale. It's not the best one, but you'll receive 10% off all orders. If you spend over $75, you'll get 15%. And if you spend over $100, you'll get 20% off. It's not the best sale, but I do think it's the first time they've ever actually done a sale. But otherwise, I am sort of waiting for details on a couple of other sales. Viseart usually does an amazing sale. Their newest releases tend to get 10% off. They did just release 2 new palettes, which I'm so excited about. Their lowest tends to be 10%, and I think it goes up to 40 or 50. They do a really good sale for Viseart. Glamnetic, I haven't seen their sale details yet, but the last few years they've done 35% off, which is so significant, and they have the absolute very best press-on nails. So just keep that in mind if there's anything you want to shop, but let me know down below. Are you shopping Black Friday? Are you skipping it altogether? If you are shopping, what sales are you most excited about? I would love to hear from you so much. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.